Hi, welcome to SippyBee Short. My name is Richard, your guide here at SippyBee. Today we're going to be talking about wine labels and looking at some basics when you're looking for wine at a wine store or perhaps at a restaurant. The wine label is our key to figuring out what's in the bottle. Unfortunately, depending on which country you're in or even which region, there could be substantial differences on how wines are listed. So I'm going to do a quick overview of some of the major ways wines are labeled. In general, they can be labeled with the name of the variety of grape prominently on the label. They can be the region that the wine comes from, and sometimes that's the name of the wine totally. It could be a combination of the grape and the region, or it can be a totally invented name that the maker makes up. And again, depending on where the wine comes from, what is required on the label, what might be on the label, and what it indicates can be a little bit different. Let's start with some New World, some younger winemaking areas like the United States. Here we have a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon from California. Pretty straightforward. Has Cabernet Sauvignon, that's the major grape, and in the United States it has to be at least 75+% of that grape in the bottle. It has the name of the maker, Dante, and that can be very important in figuring out the quality of the wine, and then the vintage year, 2019. So a relatively younger year there. Some wines are meant to age, some will be over the hill already. 2019 should be a good year for this Cabernet Sauvignon. Then another what's considered New World, even though it's been making wine for hundreds of years. Here we have a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, the name of the grape, from South Africa. And the name of the maker is Fair Valley. Pretty straightforward. This is probably going to be all Sauvignon Blanc. And again, you want to look for the year on the label. This is 2021, so this is a nice fresh bottle. And usually Sauvignon Blanc, we like to have it when it's a little bit fresher in the bottle. So this should be a very good example of it. Then we go on to an old world winemaking area. This is from Italy. This is from Abruzzo, happens to be where my family is from. Italy names their wines every which way possible. So it could be by the name of the place, Chianti, it could be by the name of the grape or name used associated with the grape, like maybe Prosecco, which is a sparkling wine. It's not exactly the name of the grape, but we used to associate it with the name of the grape. Or this one has the name of the place and the grape on it. So Montepulciano, the name of the grape, from Abruzzo, d'Abruzzo. Right? In Abruzzo, they also make other wines with different grapes. This is an official name, official bottling of the Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, a very common wine made in that particular area. And we also want to look for the year. In this particular bottle, it's on the back 2020. So again, a relatively young wine. It's probably a very simple Montepulciano, which is great for some eating. Now let's take a look at some a little bit more difficult to figure out wines. Here we have a wine from France that has on big letters the name of the grape, Cinsault. This is Old Vine Rosé Cinsault. Usually in France, if it has the name of the grape prominently on the label, it's not necessarily from one of the top growing areas, but from a large regional area. And this is from a large regional area in the south. It doesn't mean that it's a poor wine, but probably it's not going to be a super complex wine. This is made all out of the Cinsault grape. Usually France does not put the name of the grape on their label, especially from major quality areas, but this gives the consumer a good hint because in this particular area, they're allowed to grow many different grapes. And it says Old Vine Rosé. What does that mean? Nothing really. It's good marketing, though. Good marketing. 2021, nice fresh rosé, probably exactly the way you want this wine. Then we have a wine from Spain, white wine here. This is from a large regional area, Tierra de Castilla. And this wine has the brand name very prominently on it because this is a well-recognized brand name, Protocolo. Now, what's in the bottle, it's not exactly clear. It's not listed here or on the back of the label. It's some fresh blend of white grapes made in that area there. So this is going to be a rather simple wine, but probably a very refreshing 2020, young, exactly like we want it. And then we have a final wine from France here. This is from Côte du Rhône, so that is the official name. This is from the Rhône Valley. And this wine is from Chateau Beauchesne, so that is the name of the maker. And this is a well-known winemaking area, and the name of the wine is simply that, Côte du Rhône, so that's the name of the wine. It doesn't have to tell you what's in the bottle. It's typically a mixture of Grenache and Syrah and Mourvedre grapes, common grapes down in the south there. This particular bottle is a little bit kinder because it does tell the mixture of grapes on the back. So a lot of the French wines now are starting to feature that because consumers want to know that. And then again, the year 2020, so a younger red wine here, but this wine maybe could take another year or two of aging. So that's our lineup of wine labels. We'll be doing some more advanced look at them as we travel around in different of the SippyBee wine packets. So I urge you to take a look, and I hope to see you again soon when we do some tasting together. Thanks a lot.